Was not a good day as far as the candle is concerned. Today probably will be okay. But thanks for joining the stream, everybody. We're going to talk about a few different things here because depending on what type of chart you're looking at, we either have broken down or we have not broken down yet. Okay, so we're going to look at those little small differences there. Talk about whale number 3 selling off 1,500 Bitcoin. I posted that video a little bit ago, right before the crash. Actually, I wish I could have got that out a little bit earlier for you guys. But for now, let's kind of go through this in a very slow manner, kind of starting off here with the daily chart, then maybe going over to the weekly chart, then maybe the monthly. Maybe we'll go to daily, monthly, weekly, but we'll just kind of go how I feel like it at the moment. Okay, so according to the day chart right now, if you're going off of the main wick, which we've been talking about for a while now, we're still above it. So we haven't actually broken down just yet. We are still in this okay range of staying above support, still within this type of movement where we're having higher lows. The fact that we're having higher lows is a bullish sign. Now, we know there's a whole bunch of bearish information out there, a whole bunch of bearish technicals out there just by looking at this, but that doesn't mean we still can't have some type of small bounce from here, and I'll talk about that here in the next few seconds. But from the daily chart here, guys, we're still above this trend line here. We are still in this good zone. If you want to buy right now, I would probably say where I usually like to buy in for any altcoins or anything specifically, something that I like to do is go to the 15-minute chart. And when we break above the 20 moving average here on a 15-minute chart after a larger move down, that's usually where I like to enter in my long positions, and then I can feel more comfortable kind of leaving them behind. So an example here, after a larger drop like this, we broke out above. It went down a little bit, but ultimately went up for a short-term gain here. These are only baby buy-ins if you ask me. Excuse me. Back over here, major move down. We broke out above it. I took a long. It took a while, but the fact that we managed to break back above that 20 gave me confidence to kind of hold through all this, and we had a good opportunity in getting stalled out, I guess, probably at the 200. But normally when we have these big old drops, if we can find a way to get back above, this one didn't work. This one did work, but this one didn't, okay? If you can find a way to, right there, it worked, so forth, right? So a lot of times when we have these drops, looking at the 15-minute chart and the 20 moving average, they can be good signs if we're going to have a short-term reversal here, okay? But right now, this is anybody's game. We're into May now. A lot of good things are going to be happening for us, especially if we go down here. We'll all have a lot of good buying opportunities, basically, right? So, okay, so this is the trend line using the weekly chart, okay? Using the daily chart. So let me stretch this out for you guys. We have point A and point B. Maybe we're going to have a point C here, okay? But let me get rid of that for a second. Let's go over to the weekly chart here. On the weekly chart, we still have 24 hours left. If I start using the lows week by week, and then I go back over here to the 15-minute chart, you'll see that we've actually already broken down below this trend line here on the weekly chart. Since I'm going to assume that we can still be somewhat bullish here just because we haven't broken down below the one on the daily chart yet. So I'm waiting to see what happens there. But on the weekly chart, it'd be best if over the next 24 hours, we're able to get back above this line. So depending on what type of moving averages or what type of chart you're looking at, you will see a different breakdown spot, which is why you see the resistance up here that we've been battling so far. But I'm going to think that the daily one's going to be a little bit stronger than the weekly one. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to pan out correctly, but that's just what I'm assuming going forward here, okay? And then as far as the weekly chart, guys, we have this trend line here. In a very basic sense for you guys, if you guys want that next level of support, it's probably going to be somewhere around here about $35,000, $35,500, probably closer to it. So let's keep an eye out for that one. We're still getting rejected by the 20-week moving average. We know the rule about the death crosses. I'm only going to be saying this again just in case some of you guys are new to the channel. But if you guys are new, every single time we have this death cross here where the 20-week moving average crosses down below the 50, we tend to have a pretty strong word move down. We had it right here, big move down, had it right here, big move down, and we had it way back over here, followed by a larger move down, right? So we're hoping on this channel to be able to buy Bitcoin at this 200 weekly moving average. It's tapped on it 2 times back in 2014 when we had the same move. Over here in 2018, tapped on it. 2020 tapped on it. I'm hoping that in 2022 we're going to be able to come into contact with that the 200 weekly moving average, and then that's when I'm going to be more excited to buy it. We might not hit it all in May or even June, but if we do continue this bearish cycle, whenever we make contact with that 200 weekly moving average, that's when I'm going to start to buy in large amounts, and most likely start when we're actually getting close to $30,000. So $30,000 a first medium-sized buy-in, 28,800 the low from last year, buy some more of that, and then so forth as we keep on going down to those Fibonacci levels, extension levels, and all that good stuff here. All right. But so far on the weekly chart, that's really what we're looking at right now. Not a good sign at the moment. Really hoping that we can hold so we can have a pretty bullish week next week, even if we're just going to get rejected afterwards. Bulls need some strong moves by Bitcoin in order to keep this this upward higher lows coming along. Okay. All right, going over here to the weekly chart. Excuse me, the monthly chart. Okay, so one of the reasons I think we need a bounce here and why it might be an okay opportunity to buy Bitcoin at this level in particular, I'll probably buy one actually here pretty soon, open a position for it, but that's going to be if we break above the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart. We've officially broken down below the 20-month moving average. Officially, now we have exactly 1 month to go before we have the next closure of this candle. Well, similar to the death crosses, guys, let's see what happens every single time we break down below the 20-month moving average. Hey, we broke it right here, big downward move. Hey, we broke it right here. The next month we had a really bad move. We broke down it over here. Whoa, the next few months were pretty bad for us, right? So I think this really starts a cycle of some gloom and doom here. But if you look at most of these candles here, I mean, even if the ones that we dropped a little bit, most of the month candles, you don't even have to look at the major drop ones. Most of the month candles here have some pretty nice wicks, right? Wick, that means it kind of went up before it ended up dropping back down, came up. Even this came up a few percent before it ultimately dropped like a rock. Came up a little bit before it dropped like a rock, hitting some type of level of resistance. Back in 2018, we ran into the 20-month moving average to get rejected by it. Over here, it wasn't really long enough for us to have that information. Over here as well, we also got rejected from the 20-month moving average after breaking down below it. And then, that kind of started that cycle of doom that we were talking about here. So maybe we have the opportunity to actually hit back up here on the 20-month moving average, giving maybe, a short-term reversal, maybe where we can get, we're at 37,500-ish right now. Maybe we can get up past $40,000 even, maybe. It'll be a tall order to, ask for, especially since we have rate hikes coming next week. But we have an opportunity to. Bounce back up there. The exact number is, the exact number that we might be looking to retest if we follow that same pattern is going to be $41,471 and about, let's just call it that. It's moving right now as I'm talking. But about $41,700. $41,700. That we might have a little bit of a battle with that if we're able to bounce. But at the moment, of course, you guys all know we're at a major level of support. You're going to see lots of whales try to buy in here, maybe even some longs try to buy in. But, if I was a whale, I don't know how comfortable I'd be buying in right now, specifically just because a lot of whales just got liquidated over the past few hours here. Maybe I can even try over here on Twitter. Accumulation thoughts. I mean, everybody that was bullish is now turning bearish. Right here. Oh, wait, he doesn't have. Oh, there we go. 33 minutes ago. In the last 24 hours, $4 million of shorts liquidated, $36 million of longs liquidated. So you are seeing people being forced out of the market, unfortunately. But I still think, going day by day here, I think we have an opportunity to have a short-term bounce. Maybe just something like that where we get rejected by the 20-day moving average again. But we should have some type of bullish movement from here, at least I hope, as well as we do have the support level over here. Right? Right around here, some support. Maybe we can find some type of way of bouncing up above it. Again, not looking so hot. Nothing about Bitcoin looks extremely bullish at this moment. We've been talking about this for months, unfortunately, right? But there still is some hope that maybe we can have a good first week of May before ultimately having a pretty rough May towards the end of the month, of course. But we still have an opportunity. We've come down pretty hard. We need to take a little bit of a rest. We need to come up just a little bit. Even if it means we come back up to the 50-day moving average, which is about that 42,000, or maybe just up here to the 20-day moving average, which is about $39,000, $40,000. We do need to have a little bit more of shorts, scaling out, so to speak, and all of us just kind of not doing much. But okay, here, guys. Anything else as far as support levels that I need to tell you guys about? I don't think not yet here. We're making sure we haven't broken down below that one. That's a monthly chart here. When my daily, yeah, we're at support. We have a Fibonacci level right down here as well. Next major level of support, if we were to break down below this, is probably going to be closer to $35,000. So next time Bitcoin breaks down, it could be looking at about a $2,000 drop for it. Bounced right off of it over here though. Yeah. All right. There we go. But okay, everybody, I'll give it a nice little tap. Here's another trend line for us. I don't even know which trend line this is actually. Which trend line did I use in making this? I'm not going to even bother with it. I think I either went to the 15-minute chart or a really precise one because this one worked out pretty well for us. There you go. So we tapped on it, broke down below just a little bit, but depending on what chart you're looking at, like I told you, we've either already broken down or we're just like about to break down. All right. But you will most likely see somebody trying to buy in crypto right now. Yeah, there we go. There's the drop. Wow, that chart looks really ugly though. Okay. Back up there. All right, what are you guys talking about today? Hey, Hector the Dude. Hey, Ghost Rider. Hey, Bradius. Hey, No Tacos. What's right here? Man is down. Yeah, everything is down right now. And yeah, you're right. FTM is just getting annihilated. I had some shorts on FTM I put out yesterday after that big drop, and it paid pretty well. But if we go over here to coinmarketcap.com, guys. Sorry, I'm talking really fast today. I'm not usually used to working on Saturdays. You guys know that, but it's been a freaking long day. I got my haircut though. But okay. Let's see what's been happening in the last 24 hours, guys. What's been dropping the most? ApeCoin is still up a bit. ApeCoin's come down a lot since the highs, though. So be careful of that one. There we go. FTM, this one is insane to look at its chart right now. We all saw the breakdown. I told you guys it was going to break down. We talked about it a little bit, not much, but it had that really nice just trend line coming downwards, and as soon as it dropped, I mean, it came hard. But you can see in the last 24 hours, FTM Phantom's down, 20%, Filecoin's down about 17, Harmony 17, Kava 17, HNT 16, AXS 15, and even Mana's down 15. You're seeing a lot of stuff get hit hard. Even some of the Internet Computer, another all-time low. We're almost down to $10. That's kind of that buying zone. If you guys want to buy ICP for a long-term hold to kind of rally back up, that's kind of more of the level I've been talking about. We've talked about that for a while, but it's taken its sweet time getting back over here. But that's because I've been bearish for so long. Unfortunately, it's been so bad, right? I want to be bullish again. We finally getting into that nice opportunity here, right? Anything else that I really see on here? Sheeb's down 10. Where's Doge at? Sheeb and Doge go hand in hand right now. Doge is actually only down about 6. Doge isn't too bad. In the last year to date, Dogecoin is only down 25%, 26%. Like PancakeSwap is down 40, TXTZ is down 50. What is Sheeb down? Luna's only down 15. Where are we at? Where was Sheeb right here? Sheeb's down 41% for the year, right? So you're seeing some coins survive this a little bit better than others, but everything for the most part is getting hit right now. But here we go. There we go. We're having a little bit more of a bounce yet. I'm still going to wait to see if we can hold and break above the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart. But if you guys take a quick little peek over here at FTM, this is something that'll just kind of blow your mind. Okay, there's the breakdown right here. Breakdown, you short, we come up and retest it. We failed again. We didn't even have a chance to come into contact with a 20-day moving average. But look at that. We're down big here. If Bitcoin does manage to hold right here, which I think it will just for a few days or so, I think this is going to be a great buying opportunity. I'm going to wait for a little bit of a setup here on FTM, and then I'm gonna buy it up here. We managed to get above it here. It didn't really turn out too well, but that's mostly because Bitcoin kept on coming down, right? So I think if Bitcoin can bounce, I think FTM at 68 cents right now is going to be something pretty good to be buying at the moment. So what, 69 cents, I guess. So I'll be watching this one pretty closely. This would be something I would hold only for a little bit of time, maybe from 69 cents up to 75 cents, something like that, having a really good boom day. And again, that's predicated on the fact that or the opinion that Bitcoin may have a bounce here for the short term, and that goes back to wait for a second here. That goes back to this, guys. New month, we always have a wick. We always have a wick. Even on our worst months, we have a nice little bit of movement upwards before we ultimately have a big plunge. What's the better way to do this? I don't want to use this exact chart here. Okay, right? Even on this bad month, we ran up a little bit. On in this example here, actually, we ran up about 4.5% before coming back down. Even at all-time highs here, before coming back down, we ran up about 13%. Even right here before another nasty move on us, we still ran up about 4% and so forth here, right? So we're going to be due for a little bit of a bounce here. Even on the one where, even the last time we broke down below the 20, we had a nice wick before coming down. Even over here, might not be as big of a wick, but we had a wick, and that one actually ran into the 20-month moving average, causing us to get rejected, unfortunately, from that one. Then going all the way back over here to 2014, same thing happened. Broke down, tested out the 20 again, and that let us down. This move was about 6-7%. And if we go right now to Bitcoin, let me double. Oh, it's not going to work here. There we go. If we do try to reach back up here at the 20-month moving average, from where we are now, that would be about a 10% jump. I don't know if we're going to make it that 10%, but it's possible. It's possible here. It might even shift up some stuff for May, but looking how bearish everything is, we might only do something like this, where we curl back up above the 20-day moving average, the 15-day moving average is over here, we come up, and then we get shorted heavily right there. We'll see if that's actually the case there, but I tweeted the other day, I think we need to have one more bull trap before we ultimately make that move down. I think if we have a setup that goes into next week, that will be that bull trap. There's money to be made there if you guys want to buy, but I just want you guys to be careful with it because we've been talking about these types of moves for a while now, and I don't want you guys to get that false hope, right? There's been a lot of false hope out there. I've been talking to a couple of you guys about... Actually, let me just go over here to get this chart back up and running. I've been talking to a few of you guys about... Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, that's fine. About being careful of YouTubers, Twitter, TikTokers, everything like that, kind of just being wildly bullish on everything. Plan B says April. Okay, he didn't really have any news or thoughts, but there's a lot of pumpers out there for Bitcoin and crypto in general. Make sure that you guys do your own technical analysis. It'll help you guys out a long way. Just kind of learn the basics of it. Anything else here? Crypto Rover bought some the other day. He bought some yesterday. I don't know exactly what level he bought it at. Which one? He bought more today. Yeah, he went long yesterday, April 29th. What time was this tweet? Doesn't even tell. 12:48 p.m. Okay, 12:48 p.m. yesterday. So that would be somewhere up here. So oh yeah, that's probably not looking too good for him, especially if he has a leverage on it. Oh yeah, with leverage, that's what things get nasty. Yeah, so be careful of those Twitter people out there that kind of don't have sound technicals. Just be careful with them. There are lots of YouTubers out there that have pretty sound technicals. They're the ones that have been kind of saying, we have the opportunity to go up, but most likely we're coming down. That kind of viewpoint because we don't want to say it flatly either way. Uh, but yeah, right now, guys, that's kind of my opinion of where we're at. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Things are not looking good right now for Bitcoin. Of course, May looks like it will most likely be the worst month of the year if we do finally have this drop. And then from there, if we do continue to drop into June, maybe July, that might be the time where we run into the 200 weekly moving average. From there, that's when I'm most likely going to start buying up large sums of crypto. Until then, I'm just going to be doing some medium-sized positions, probably around $30,000, $32,000 maybe, and then kind of twerking that down to 2,800, or excuse me, 28,000, then 28,800, excuse me, then A little bit at 27, a little bit at 26, a little bit at 25, and then whenever that 200 day, weekly moving average comes in there, that's when I'll probably toss in a good amount of capital into the market here. But again, this whole theory that I have, and a few other YouTubers have it. Well, theirs kind of vary from mine because we all have different ideas, right? But it all comes after comes off of these two things here, or these two events that we normally see. When we break down below the 20-month moving average, right here, which we just did the last month, right, April, we tend to have some pretty nasty moves. This was the last time we broke down below it, bad move. Here's the last time we broke down below it, following a bad move, right? A bad move followed it. We broke down right here, bad moves followed that as well, right? And then, of course, we also have the weekly death crosses here, which we've just talked about a few minutes ago. When we have the green line crossing below the blue line, in simple terms, bad stuff happens, bad stuff happens. All right? Now, something interesting here is last time over here in 2018, we actually managed to get back above that, 20 moving average here, just to run into the 50-week moving average, which also happened to be the 20-month moving average, somewhere pretty close together. So if I were to do this side by side here, what's that at? There we go. Oh, this is weekly. Let me make this one monthly then. There we go. So you can see this moment right here and this moment right here are the exact same. We got rejected by the 50-week moving average and also the 20-month moving average right there. So that's what it looked like on the weekly chart versus the monthly chart. And afterwards, we definitely had some rough times. Definitely some rough times there. But that's enough of the simple technicals here. Let's go back over to the 5-minute chart here. Auto. Waiting to see if we actually break down or not. We're at support at the moment, but depending on which chart you're looking at, you're going to see a few different levels. On this one right here, like I said, you're not going to even see it. Oh, this one we did break down. Oh, okay, this is different. There we go. It didn't snap on the right spot. There we go. So a little bit of difference right here. See, on this one, we never tapped it. On this one, I think using the weekly chart we've actually already broken down. This is probably some type of other daily one. Let me move this one over to make it more like the daily one, though. There we go. No, this is the difference between Binance and Coinbase. That's what it is. So this is the Binance chart. According to the Binance chart, we're just tapping on it. Coinbase chart, we're a little bit above it. So it really depends on what chart you guys are looking at right now. I normally stick to Binance charts. That's just me. But you can see once we break down below one, we'll most likely break down below the other. This is according to TradingView. That's why. Okay. Well, let me go over here to the Binance one as well. And there we go. That matches up right there. And with the other one, the old one as well. Okay. What are you guys saying? Hey, Dr. V. BGB and SPAT is holding pretty well. Yeah, I mean, BGB normally holds pretty well. I'm still kind of worried about it just because of the breakdown, but it's not a reason to sell anything. BGB's still been doing really nice for me overall, right? So that one's been doing well. There are a few coins still out there doing okay. Not many, but I'm glad BGB's been holding up. And plus, it has a very small market cap. Still, not many people know about it. So it's going to be a good opportunity for people to buy the dip, so to speak. And thanks, Teaser. I appreciate it. I know I spend way too much money at haircuts every freaking every 2 weeks. I think I spend like $75, $85, something like that. I forget how much I spend, but I gave like the lady like a $10 tip. So see. Hey, first name. False hope, lots of hype. Yeah, there's tons of hype out there. Well, I mean, guys, we have the opportunity to have a bounce, right? Way up. Those YouTubers out there that try to spin everything to make you buy a certain way, they're going to try to spin that, of course, right? Because we still have the opportunity to bounce. And then we might even have a false breakout on top of that, depending on what chart you're looking at. And then from there, that's when we get rejected. That's when everybody that's new to crypto, or maybe they just don't know much about investing yet, they buy into those levels because everybody starts getting excited. Everybody feels the excitement. Then well, we have a pretty downward sized movement, and you see some pain there. But right now we're holding up fairly well. Here's the 5 minute chart. The 15 minute chart is really what I'm waiting for. If we can break out above that 20 moving average there after this dip, that's going to be a pretty decent opportunity for people to be buying in, especially with leverage, right? And if you guys are new to the crypto, if you guys don't know how to use leverage and you guys want to practice, I have a link down below for BitGet or KuCoin. Those are both good places to learn. BitGet's probably a little bit better since they do have a paper trading account there. I don't remember if KuCoin has paper trading on their account anymore or on their exchange anymore, but both are going to be good for you guys. But we'll switch to the 15 minute here, the 5 minute there. I think it'll probably work out, or maybe even the 1 minute here, because this is shorts aren't necessarily done yet. We might still come down a little bit more, even if it means we come up like over the next few days. Right now, it still looks pretty bad. Maybe if we have a boom, maybe it'll actually just happen on Monday. I think Babyfish was talking about this, about just happening Monday. But you might see a boom on Monday in case the stock market has a little bit of a recovery. If you guys were looking at the stock market over the past few days, you will have noticed, we were having a bad Friday. Usually after a really bad day, we like to have recover just a little bit, and maybe that means Bitcoin will recover on Monday, which means you guys might have a buying opportunity right now or tomorrow if you guys wanted to have maybe a 1 or 2 day hold swing. That might be the play there. That might be the most realistic way you guys can make some money off of crypto at the moment here. I closed my shorts a few minutes ago, geez. And right now I really have no open swing positions. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens next. And after that, they're just waiting to see if we break down. If we come into contact with either the 50-week moving average, the 20-week moving average, or maybe just the 20-day moving average, or the 20-month moving average, I think those are going to be levels where I'm looking at the technicals very closely to see if there's going to be an opportunity there to short. Specifically, if I'm going to be more picky about it, the 20-month moving average and maybe the 50-day moving average or the 20-week moving average. Those three, I think, are going to be ones I watch most closely. Hey, Mirth, no pain, no gain. Yeah, well, guys, with all of this pain we're seeing in the markets here, whether that's with Bitcoin or anything else, some of you guys lost money. I lost money in some of my longer term plays, of course, but I'm not too worried about it because these bad zones are where the millionaires are made in crypto, right? That's why I keep on telling you guys. I'm not buying a bunch of crypto right now, but I am still buying up a good amount, right? So I buy a little bit every week. This is going to be Bitcoin. Well, normally not too much Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Matic, ADA. Well, not ADA, but a lot of these coins here. I'm buying up. I'm buying up. I'm buying up. Even stuff like Elon, Doge Elon, that's down 10% today. I bought FTM today. Some STMX I bought it at a 10% discount. I'm still buying this up for long term holds because when we look at Bitcoin, let's go to the weekly chart. We see these cycles here, right? A cycle of doom and gloom. You buy here, you buy here. You have an opportunity to make money down the road. Have a big old crash right here. You buy down these levels, and you get to reap the rewards. Right now, we're still in a pretty bearish situation, but we can ultimately go down a lot more here, right? We've just started to break down. On the weekly chart here, what is this? On the weekly chart here, we still have an opportunity to go down even more, of course, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be buying up. But I have it in my head, or I have a plan for it that says, hey, what I'm buying right now is for long-term positions. I have another portfolio that's meant for swing positions, and I have another portfolio that's meant for day trading, right? So you keep everything organized, and it'll be just fine. But for now, guys, I mean, just look at that. That is not what you want to see going on at the moment. You want to see us next week just kind of holding steady at least, then having maybe more of a U pattern out of it, right? A little bit of a U, and then that. So we might actually have a calm next week as far as anything bad happening here. But again, that's only predicated off of my belief that we need to have a wick on this long candle before we even make any more downward movements. Just like wick, wick, wick. You can see all these wicks here. Right over here. You guys can see each and every one of those wicks. Even on the bad times, we come up a little bit. Even on the bad times, we come up a little bit. Even on the bad times, we come up a little bit, right? So If you think about it like that, it's a pretty no-brainer that if you buy right now for spot on any coin in particular, it'll come up a little bit, but don't let that bull trap fake you out. You're going to want to sell it and take the profits before we end up having another big drop down, right? Because it's rare that we will it's rare that we have a full reversal after breaking down below the 20, right? We broke below over here. The next month was fine, but we had a major crash. We didn't really have a crash here. We broke down over here, had a big crash, but it took us a little bit of time before we got back up. But yeah, as soon as we were down, we broke down below it right here. As soon as we were down, it was done. Let's go back over to the daily chart here. Yeah. I also have this one that people are watching as well. Anything else here? I think we should be fine. And as far as this one's concerned, do we actually have any Fibonacci levels we need to be watching for? We just broke down below this Fibonacci. We held it for all of 2 days, or a few days here. Got rejected from the next Fibonacci, came down. If we break down below this trend line here over the next few days or even a week, we're most likely coming back down to $35,000, $36,000. So just be aware of that. Bitcoin will come down a few percent. Your altcoins will go down a lot more than that. Yep. Yeah, that forced us to break us down below the Fibonacci level. But okay. Hey David, you feeling excited today? I think the big drop is finally here and likely will be over by the end of May or June. I think in the steady climb up from there after we're hitting the 200 MA. Exactly, right? Exactly. Don't rush the drop. Whenever the drop happens, it's going to happen. You're right. It's either happen in most likely May or June. Whenever we see that monster drop, that's when we're all going to get really excited. We're going to start buying and buying and buying. And this little channel is going to be going crazy, buying and buying and buying. And then down the road, next altcoin season, next time the market really goes boom, then you're going to start to see all the people like, how did you guys know when to buy? And we're like, we just saw some historical patterns, right? So that's really the goal here. Not to be happy that crypto is falling, even though we are. We just want to have the best buying opportunity going forward because if you can plop down a bunch of money at those crashing moments, when everything is back to normal, whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, a few months from now, that's where the gold is. That's where that's where all the good stuff happens. Excuse me. Okay. I didn't even realize what's my TV on. It's showing a planet Earth. I've been watching a whole bunch of high quality videos on my TV lately. It's a 4K TV. It's OLED. They have some really cool OLED stuff out now. Ultra high definition stuff for TVs on YouTube. Some really good channels. If you guys have one, it's great. All right, Hades, I'm going to be buying crazy on that drop. Everybody is. I mean, I can't tell you what to do because I'm not a financial advisor. Blah blah blah. You know the typical YouTube spiel. But I can tell you personally, when we start to approach, if we do, because I'm not right all the time, of course, if we do reach the 200 weekly moving average, I will be putting in so much money into crypto at that specific level. Even if we continue to come down, I will still be buying as we go down further and further and further, because I believe once that week or month is over, we would have retraced quite a bit, and that's what I'm mostly looking for there. And gosh, it'll be freaking fantastic. It's just going to take some freaking time for us to have that happen, of course. But I think once it happens, we're fine. Once we actually come into contact with that line, that's where all of our happiness. We'll just be excited where everybody else is crying, basically, right? And hey, teaser, let's see. If it loses, go exactly. Long-term plays right now are going to be your best bet. Like here, guys. If I go over here, let me check. So if we go over to Bitcoin, let's look at the last week, month maybe. What do we have right here? Bitcoin, Ethereum, last chance. A spam channel. Let's see. Okay, I was hoping for some technical analysis, but it seems like all of these channels are doing news, not technicals. I hope this guy is doing okay. This guy, Invest Answers, he has a big channel, 435,000 subscribers. He he bought and he traded a bunch of his Ethereum for FTM. And if you guys don't know what FTM just did, FTM is this one, the one that just had this major crash here over the last couple of days. So I hope his portfolio is doing okay. I mean that was fucking brutal. If you guys can't see, this drop was 30%. So FTM is like a full 30% cheaper than it was just like a couple weeks ago. How high is this from? Oh, this had a big double top too, though. Came up to retest, so that was a fake out. Yeah, ouch. Yeah. Okay, though. There's been so many people that I follow on YouTube, the bigger YouTubers. Like, I'm a small guy that talks about technicals, education, and stuff like that. I feel there's been a lot of high up YouTubers, or just YouTubers with larger followings than I do, that have been buying up loads of crypto, hoping that we were going to hold not this support level, but this support level. Did I delete it already? Okay, I deleted off the chart. The other support level that we've been watching over the past few weeks, and it's unfortunately been crashing down pretty hard. Whew, there you go. But I still think right now is a good time to buy for a short term bounce here. We'll see. I mean, I'm not buying right now, obviously. I want to wait for that 20 moving average here, that green line on your screen. I want to see us break above that. Otherwise, it's too risky of a play to be buying right now for me personally. But looking to see how much support was down here, there's definitely some type of support right here. Some type of support. I'd be more encouraged if we can just freaking hold. But we might start to move here pretty soon. What? This is the minute chart. We have a chance to do a double bottom. That can usually start something off here, so even if it's only on the minute chart. It's going to look sideways for you guys since we had that drastic move, though. Okay. Hey, Kevin, Filecoin. Yeah, everything is really having some nasty drops today. There are some golden opportunities within all of that, but those are mostly for day traders right now. If you're day trading, you'll be much better off than trying to swing at this, at this moment in time. There'll be some good opportunities here. Like on this one, we just finished off a double bottom here. Maybe that means we'll have a stronger move in the next few minutes or so. Who knows? But I normally don't trade these kind of volatile things until, like I said, we cross back above the 20. All right, go back over here. 15. Let's go back over the 1. All right. Yeah, but if you guys have any questions about any particular coin, let me know. I can go over it very fast. This is definitely going to be a shorter stream than normal just because it is my weekend here. But I want you guys to be able to have some questions answered here. Let me see what's over here as well. Last 24 hours, anything up? ApeCoin's up, Nexo's up a little bit, DRC, not much here. Now we have to go to page 2 where the lower market cap coins are held. Well, actually, go down to page 1. There's some lower market cap coins now there because of everything dropping down. Oh wait, back over here to page 1. Yeah, huh. The low number 100 is now under $600 million dollar market cap. You're seeing a lot of these things go down hard. Okay, but let's go over to page 2 now, guys, very fast while I wait for a question or two. Rose is down 20% today. Glimmer is down 9. QTEM is down 9. ICX down 11, 12. Bora is down 9. IOTX is down 12. Yeah, geez. All right, well, let's go here. Ethereum name service, that's up 25% if you guys wanted to try to trade that one. That looks like actually could be a good for a short on the way down. Gemini dollar, yeah, that's nothing. Let's see. Well, everything else is down, right? Yeah. Year to date, how's everything doing? Spell tokens down 90% year to date. Yowza. Um, I'm gonna buy some of that. I feel like I should buy some of that really, really cheap for down the road. But like $100, $200 worth. That's about it. Telecoin, yeah, that one's down as well. 66%. So yeah, again, year to date, guys. This is what you guys should be looking at. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. Go to the side here. Oh, it's not going to show me. Okay, that's fine. Back up once here. There you go. Now just look above my head. Yeah, above my head right there. Look at this. Spell token down about 87% since the year started. Sushi down 74. Render token down 74. Anything doing fine. MXC's up. That's a good one. Trust wallet token. That's something you guys could see. Now, overall, bad day today, but year to date, not too shabby. MX token up a percent. JST up a percent. These are some of the coins you guys might want to be looking at for either short or long opportunities because they have yet to make a big decision on which way they're going, and these are usually pretty good opportunities for later on in the year. Similar to how we do this with the weekly chart. So if you guys got something that's like hasn't been doing anything over the last 7 days, like let's go down to the middle. Well, Bitcoin's been going wild here. Well, let's see if there's an example here first. MXC right here. Yeah. So that's something that you guys could keep an eye on. This would be a good buying opportunity down the road or shorting opportunity. Keep it on this one. VLX is up a little bit. Dow Maker is up a little bit. Those are the type of coins that could have really parabolic booms out of nowhere just because they've been holding so strong and you see a whale just like, oh, I'll attack that one and get some money out of it. All right. Hey, Michael. So this drop was because Buffett spoke at 4 p.m. In part, this move, like, so before he talked, Bitcoin was already bullish. Oh, excuse me, bearish, extremely bearish. We've been talking about Bitcoin being bearish for months, right? Very bearish. We've been in this bearish pattern. It's a continuation pattern, right? Not good at all. What the shorts did is they used his event as a time to actually attack Bitcoin and just try to short it down. Think of SNL Dogecoin 2021. Think about that. How it wasn't because Elon Musk actually said anything specifically. It's because as soon as he said something that was a little bit controversial, whales attacked, leading to a mass panic. That's the same type of thing as what we saw just a while ago by Buffett. But I don't even know what Buffett said. I'm not watching this whole shebang bang of rich people kind of walking around this weekend. Um, CNBC might have something on it, maybe. Oh, I did not type in CNBC right. Here we go. Warren Buffett says inflation swindles almost everybody. Munger rails against Bitcoin, market mania, and Berkshire meeting. Remember, these guys are old, the more traditional. They've made their money their way, and they want people to use their way to make money because they believe that's the best way to help out people. Mixed results there. Um, all right, but let me see. Let's see. I'm waiting. Ah, Warren Buffett reiterated his skepticism of Bitcoin on Saturday, saying he would be unwilling to buy it even extremely low prices because it produces nothing of value. Whether it goes up or down over the next year or 5 or 10 years, I don't know. But one thing I'm pretty sure of is that it doesn't produce anything. Buffett said, "It's got a magic to it, and people have attached magics to a lot of things." Buffett listed farmland, apartment buildings, and even art as assets he had more tangible value than Bitcoin. Yeah, those are kind of expensive to buy. So they're kind of saying that old man mentality, not understanding how much money is flowing into the market right now. Because guess what, guys? Even as we're selling or people are selling off and people are getting freaked out about the market, there are still people out there that are buying. There are still people out there right now, institutions that are buying up Bitcoin at these levels because they understand in the long term, it's all going to make more money, right? But right now we're kind of in a bad spot. If you guys remember, we talk about whale number 3 every now and again. I posted this video like 5-10 minutes before we actually dropped, so I felt kind of bad. I wish I could have got it out yesterday. Um, but yesterday, 429, April 29th here, whale number 3 sold another 1,500 Bitcoin, another 1,500 Bitcoin here, and that was, of course, the day before we dropped. I actually had this on another chart here, didn't I? Let me go over here. Oof. Let me get some vertical lines out for you guys. So the 29th, right here. The last time he sold before that was the 19th, right there. And then he sold at 401, 325. So these are the last few times this guy sold. I think there was actually another one here that's hidden away. 404. There you go. But look at this. Here are the last few times this guy has sold. The last time he sold over here, it actually went up a little bit. He sold here, here. Following that, a big move down. Sold here, a move down. Sold here. Who knows what's going to happen, but it looks more likely that a move down is coming down the road. Maybe not today, but down the road here. And that's what everybody's kind of hoping for. Because a lot of times, guys, when we come into contact with these trend lines here, we normally bounce. We don't just kind of go right through. We normally like to bounce up and then we come down. A good example of this might be. Oh yeah, we can do this last one. See how before we closed down below this, we bounced off of it just a little bit. Even if it was just a small bounce, we still bounced, right? And then if you go over here to the daily candles, you'll see that I was fine with this methodology or this kind of opinion of these bullish guys out on Twitter and stuff like that, telling you guys that this was the ultimate support level. I was like, okay, you can say it's a strong support level because we've been holding on for a while, but it's not as reliable as people want it to be just because we come down below it quite often, right? The stronger support levels are off of the wicks because those are the more final things, if you will. But remember what I told you guys a few days ago? Well, I guess this was back on the 17th of April, so maybe, yeah, a couple weeks ago, yeah. I told you guys we officially broke down below this level. So what that means is the next time we come down to it, we're not going to be able to hold it. We're just not going to be able to hold it because this trend line is no longer as strong as it once was because we closed down below it. Okay, excuse me, guys. Jeez, too much talking. And of course, we rallied back up a little bit, tapped on the 50 and the 20-day moving averages. But look what happened. The next time we came down to it, we stopped one day, just came back down, tried to retest it, got knocked down again, just having a rough time with it. So we may have a bouncing opportunity now over the next 2 to 3 days, maybe leading into Monday. And then if Monday is good, we'll have a little bit more of a rebound. If Monday is bad in the market, we'll see a pretty bad move. But the Federal Reserve meeting is Monday, no, Tuesday or Wednesday, perhaps. I think that's what it is. All right, there we go. Okay. But right now, just trying to stay afloat. Just trying to stay afloat, guys. I mean, again, I think we're going to have a little bit of a bounce over the next couple days. I'll probably buy some for that bounce, but nothing too crazy here. I just probably want to buy some FTM, and that's about it. Yeah, have a good YOLO play on that one. What's right here? Hey, teaser. There was a trend line connecting December 27th, 2020 to July 21, 2022. That, in my opinion, that's the last trend of support. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the one way, way back. I know. Okay, here. I think I know which one you're talking about. This one over here. Yeah, right over here. Uh, December. Which one did you say? December 27th is yours. Said the 7th. That's the one. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I see that. But I cut out the middleman, so to speak, and just do that. There you go. But for now, we're not even close to this one. This one actually, I don't use this one for one reason. It's nothing to do with you guys. It's more that this kind of actually goes with one of my GAN fan lines, and it's close enough to where I don't actually need to use it. So I'll show you that very fast, teaser. Load chart. Let's go with the GANs. You see, I've been using it over here. I'm thinking it's gonna. I think if we bounce back down here to like 35,000, it'll be somewhere in What is this? Weekly April. Oh, that's May over here. Yeah. Over the next few weeks. And what's the other one over here? This one? Yeah, this one right here. Okay. Right around here to $35,000. This is the one right here. I'll be interested to see how this all plays out though, because if we're going off of GANFan levels, we still have a ways to go this month, right? Or for May. But we'll see if we can find some type of support before that happens here. Let me go over here to the 4. We broke down below this GANFan level this week as well. The next support level over here is way down at $22,000. I don't think we're going to get all the way down there, but that's where support is on this GAN. Next GANFan level over here is going to be at about $35,000, $36,000. That one may be kind of more interesting for us. Yeah. But not really many levels of support coming forward for us, guys. That's the issue here. Let's go back to the 1. And man, look at that. There's hardly any buyers at the moment. You would think there'd be somebody looking to buy right here, but what I told somebody earlier on, a friend of mine, I told him if you had been listening to all the bullish people in the market over the past couple of days saying, buy at this level, we're going out, we're about to break out, we're about to break out, we're about to break out, and then all of a sudden you see like 3 breakdowns in just a few days, you might be kind of pessimistic or kind of hesitant to continue buying in on every single dip. Because eventually, if you keep on buying the dip, it can wear on you. Let's see. Buffett said the stock market's a gamble parlor. Oh, and hey, Dr. V, did I add Robinhood after the stock earnings report? Yes, I did. I added more Robinhood. Robinhood to me is a long-term play, but I want to get it as cheap as possible. That's why I told you guys I wanted to get it around under $10, and finally under $10. Um, I'm hoping that Elon Musk can buy it up too. If Elon could buy Robinhood, that'd be freaking amazing. Actually, like have that'd be so nice. But for now, yeah, I'm buying Robinhood bit by bit. I'm hoping that it comes down even lower, maybe around $7, $6 by the end of this recession cycle that we're most likely looking at. Then from there, I think that'd be a good bottom. And as the market kind of gets back into like a good swing of things, if that makes sense, as the market recovers and we start going into breakout after breakout after breakout, I think you're going to see much more traffic being used on Robinhood, a lot more people flocking to Robinhood again, therefore leading to a better earnings report, more people coming in, and then that should give a few boosts that maybe would bring us back up to if I'm buying around $7, maybe $6, maybe $8, maybe somewhere like a short-term price target by the end of the year, maybe Q1, end of Q1 next year, 13, $15 or so, I think, unless something really crazy parabolic happens with Robinhood. But I think that'd be a good short-term price target for the shares I've been buying up over the past few weeks here. Because we've been talking about it going down for a long time. Oh my gosh, we've been talking about it for a long time, haven't we? But you guys know what I think. Order flow, the name is tainted. I don't like certain things about Robinhood. I wish they had better support. They don't have key tools that other exchanges have. Like they charge you for Robinhood Gold when all of that gold stuff they add onto that you have to pay for, it's all free on TD Ameritrade. It's all free on Fidelity. It's all free on other stuff, right? And because of that, I don't really think they're going to be doing too well off. Well, I didn't think they were going to do too well off now. They're obviously cutting staff by like 9%. But I'm hoping over time, yeah, they do manage to pick things back up here. They should get rid of Vlad. Vlad needs to be fired. Their CEO, their head guy, he needs to be fired, replaced with somebody that actually understands the business, how to grow, how to innovate. Because Robinhood hasn't found a way to innovate. Webull is like the best app I think I see as far as just stocks. Webull seems to be it because it has the charting on there as well. Even if you have a bad phone, you can somewhat use the charting tools on it. TD Ameritrade has a decent app. Fidelity has a decent app. But Robinhood's app, it's just kind of eh. And at least with TD Ameritrade, I don't got to pay anything for them. But gosh darn it, you know how good my support is on there compared to Robinhood. I had a problem with Robinhood one time, and their support was horrible, horrible. If you want good support, go over to TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, one of those kind of older exchanges. They know how to take care of you because they value your money because they want your money basically, right? Hey, Ramsey's Clutch. Doge isn't looking too hot right now, of course, just like everything else. There you go. Doge hasn't hit lows yet, like it did back over here in March though. So it's just doing fine. It's getting bought up every now and again. Maybe you might see a big pump by Doge here. Usually before Bitcoin takes a big dump over the last few months, every single time before Bitcoin takes a big dump, you've seen a little bit of a spike in Dogecoin actually, and that's in part what's been mitigating some of these losses that we've been looking at here, right? Without this big move here, this drop would have actually taken us down below this trend line and broken us down. Before we dropped over here, we would have possibly come back down to support over here, ultimately leading to, like, if we didn't have these big booms, we would most likely be around 11 cents, 10 cents at the moment, right? So expect Dogecoin to have a rough few months ahead, especially if Bitcoin does. Dogecoin is a couple days away from having a death cross on the daily. Just be aware of that, okay? Last time Dogecoin had a death cross was over here in November of 2022. So excuse me, November 22nd of last year, 2021. And, you know, whoosh, I mean, that death cross set off a bad cycle of bad doo-doo, whatever you want to call it, right? So, and we're getting ready for another one. Hopefully it can bounce up and have a good rally and all that good stuff, but right now it still looks pretty bearish. There you go. Still has an opportunity to hold, guys. Not that likely. Let me sit down. I've been standing up too much working today. Give me a second, guys. Oh, man. I love this desk, but it feels awkward to move it up and down. Okay. But those are the overarching moves that we're looking at right now. Let me do a quick little peek here. Okay. If you guys are actually looking from a from a month to month perspective, down there, there we go. We're still holding it barely. Still holding it barely for, excuse me, a week to week perspective, not month to month. Week to week, we're still holding barely. That means if we can find a way to close above this in the next 22 hours, then we could have a good, a decent next week. Or we'll at least have an opportunity for a bounce. I won't say that next week is going to be good, but we'll have an opportunity for a bounce here. Oh, Loki's over here saying hi. He's Loki's tired. I gave him some lunch a few minutes ago, and now he's just like he wants to sleep. Yeah, okay, there you go, boy. All right, but yeah, we're still holding support, guys. So as bad as everything looks, we're at support. People are going to be buying up right now because it's like one of the first times we've actually hit this support level in a while. So you should see somewhat of a short-term bounce. Is my main point here. Hey, do I think Elon will incorporate Doge into Twitter? I'm sure he'll find a way to do so and kind of turn Twitter into a payment app. But Dogecoin needs to not be inflationary. Like I think Dogecoin. If you're holding Dogecoin, it really has to be as far as a long term hold, and you kind of just have to forget about it and wait for Elon to do something with it. I'm sure he's going to do something with it, but of what exactly, I'm not entirely sure. Elon may try to incorporate Twitter into freaking his Teslas, and then using his Tesla as the base, you know, format between all these other things. Because what Elon or Tesla needs to buy next is, I could see Elon, and this is just me being weird, but I could see him buying a food chain, okay, or some type of, or him getting to have contacts at a food store, right? And so maybe in the like 10, 15 years in the future, outside of every McDonald's, Wendy's, or something, you have this little bit of a panel. That's just kind of, it's very hidden. It's just kind of next on the side of the building of where you pay for your food, and perhaps it's built into the Tesla door or something like that, where as you pull up to the drive-through, it takes the payment right then and there. The payment is accepted. Then they just hand you the food. There's no cash or card being, you know, given or taken or something like that. So I can see something like that happening with Dogecoin. As far as Dogecoin and Twitter, I think he might try to take it more down the, you know, just add this like quick little payment system into the app. But, you know, from a practical standpoint, I don't know how he's going to turn it into a payment system just because the price of Dogecoin fluctuates so much. So I don't know exactly how he would do that, but his plan will be something none of us have actually thought up yet. If you ask me, so I don't exactly know what his plan is going to be. All right, let's get back over here though. I was going to do something, but I totally lost my train of thought on it. Oh, uh, one more over here, just to go over the last one. Wow, these are always a little bit different. This index, Bitcoin. I think I got to stick to the Binance charts for a while just because these little moves are driving me nuts. Now did we tap on it? Yeah, now we tapped on it. Okay. Yeah, but still coming down. My gosh. This is why you normally have to wait for the 15 for the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart to actually be breached before you buy into it. Do I think Ethereum Classic will increase its value when Ethereum completely transitions to POS? I can't read my bad in front of it. Proof of stake. I mean, a little bit. My big thing for Ethereum Classic is I think on the next altcoin season, it's going to be one of the best things to be buying here. And that's specifically because it's on Robinhood and a lot of these other apps. And when you have a coin that's on Robinhood or Webull that has millions of users, it's much easier to pump that coin up, right? You saw something similar with Dogecoin, right? I bought Dogecoin in part because it was on Robinhood, and I figured, well, if everybody's buying this coin on Robinhood after like a crazy meme thing, then you know what, this is going to go parabolic, and of course it did. And all the TV stuff you see, the $3,500 subwoofer for 500, center channel 650, I think it was. It's a really nice one. Two tower speakers, each like $800, plus the TV and the entertainment center. All of that was bought off of Dogecoin earnings. All of it, straight up Dogecoin earnings. But to go back to what we're talking about right now, that's really why it's so crucial that if we do break down, you guys have the stomach to be buying down over the next few major drops that we may have over the next few months here, right? And maybe we're only going to stop at 30,000. Maybe we only stop at, 28,000 last summer's lows. Who knows? But you guys are going to have to be able to buy at those levels and accept the price. Like if I'm buying at $30,000, or heck at $35,000, heck even now, and I'm holding for long term, I have to be aware that if I'm buying right now at $37,000, $37,600, there's a chance that Bitcoin may fall down to the mid 20s or maybe even the low 20,000s range, and I'm still going to be holding that position almost 50% down at that point, and still buying more because when we're looking at the next bull run, and in hindsight, 40,000 is going to be nothing. 20,000 is going to be nothing. It's going to be so hard to get back to these levels after the next bull run, which is why everybody's so hyped up for a potential crash, right? Because that just means we get to buy. We're not going to really see those benefits for a while here, but down the road, they're going to be freaking fantastic. I'm hoping to be able to buy, have a sizable down payment for a sizable house, right? In either Nicaragua, or Belize, one of the two. I'm sweetening on Nicaragua, guys. I like Belize, but I'm sweetening on Nicaragua more and more, specifically because they're little coastal towns. Let's see. Hey, Mark. Mom's doing fine. Thanks for asking, my man. Happy to see you back. Um, she just got back from dialysis today. Her and my sister are going to be moving back out to their place in a few weeks here, so they're excited about that. They've been staying here for a while, and I think Loki's been appreciative of them because when I'm busy working and doing trading and stuff like that, and my dog comes up, when he wants to play, I gotta say no, but he can always go bother my mom or my sister since they're here. But once they go, well, I'm gonna have to go drive over to them to see them. But mom's doing a lot better since she left the hospital. Let's see. And hey, Max Power, happy to see you back as well, my man. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing fairly well. A little bit tired. I got a little bit of an itchy throat from talking so much over the past few days here, but it's been a good time. I made some good money shorting. Babyfish, you guys know him. He made 5,000 bucks shorting today, so he's been doing freaking good as well. Um, But yeah, guys, we're just kind of stuck in this bad position. We're waiting to see if we're going to crash here again. Because if we start breaking down below this level again, we just may have a really bad time for the next like few hours. Hey, first name. Dogecoin won't be listed as dollars. Dollars will be listed as Dogecoin. Um, if somebody's going to have a bank account and they're going to be looking at like $50 of worth of Dogecoin or something like that, I don't think they're going to want to see their Dogecoin fluctuate from like within 1 hour, say at $50, a couple hours from a couple hours later, that $50 is all of a sudden turned into like $45 or something like that, right? I don't think people are going to want to see that on something that they're going to have a wallet for, right? If they're going to be spending money and like using it on a day to day basis, they can try, but I don't know how many people are going to be acceptable to that, right? Right now, my Dogecoin is just an investment. I'm not even thinking about spending Dogecoin. I'm sure there's going to be a plan in the future, but right now, I have no real interest in spending Dogecoin on anything. Just like, I wouldn't feel comfortable buying anything in Bitcoin, right? The fees and everything, it just doesn't make much sense to do it. I'm just buying because I know in the future, all of these coins are going to go up, or a large portion of these coins are going to go up. And that's what I'm really hoping for. But I just know it's going to take me a long time. But just like how I sold everything off in 2021 for the most part, that's what I like to do again and again. It's a cycle, guys. It takes a while, but it's a nice cycle. And hey, Toruk, we always crash Sunday evening. Yeah, I hope we don't crash Sunday evening this time. We'll have to see how the futures are actually tomorrow as well. The futures have been opening up pretty negatively on most Mondays, and that's probably been part of the problem here. But the Federal Reserve meeting is, oh, geez. The next Fed meeting is, yeah, May 3rd through 4th, and that happens to be, move this down here, Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's when we're going to have the rate hikes here. We'll see what happens. But we also have to look at the dollar index. The main thing that the bulls have been talking about over the last few weeks here, guys, is this big old dollar index. I should probably just type in USD. All right. Here's the 1 minute chart. We should go to the daily chart. Monthly chart. So they're saying that this has been a pretty consistent level of resistance for us over the past few years, right? This is all the way back over here in 2017, back over here in 2020, and over here in 2022. The higher this goes, usually the weaker Bitcoin is. So we're hoping that support holds. So if this is really the support level, we may see Bitcoin start a bull market after as we come back down. And that's if this support holds. That's what the bulls have been saying. And if we manage to hold here, or if we manage to get rejected, then yeah, we might actually have a nice little rally on our hands, even though the technicals aren't really pointing to a rally. There might be some type of whale that starts it off. I don't know exactly who, but a rally right now just doesn't seem likely. Okay. But if you're looking at the monthly chart right now, we have an opportunity to have a double top here, or excuse me, a double bottom, leading to a massive surge in the value of the dollar, right? Going over here to the weekly chart, the last few times we were up here, 2017, like I said, resistance, resistance, hoping that it's resistant this time. But if it's not, we could easily blast through it, and then as rate hikes continue, things are going to look pretty bad for the U.S., right? Or the U.S. dollar. But let me go over here to the USD. Is there another one here? Let's see. Anything else here? No. A lot of pairs with the Forex market, but US dollar, Chinese yuan. How is that looking right now? Oh, something bad's happening with the yuan right now. That's for sure. What happened with the yuan? Let's go to the monthly chart. Yeah, we're having a pretty nasty surge against the yuan. Hold on a second here. You guys do not need to worry about this. I'm just interested to see why this is happening. China's sudden currency plunge raises a risk of a 2015 style panic. I know they're shutting some stuff down because of another COVID wave over there, but I didn't know it was that bad. Yuan is weakening at a similar pace. Onshore nearly lost 4% in 8 days. Well, that's not good. That means the dollar is going to become more valuable here, which is not. Yeah, so I just wanted to see that. I'm surprised that's actually been surging up that high. Okay. And we're still headed down. My gosh. All right, guys. Are we holding? Are we breaking down? Are we holding? Or are we breaking down? Uh, the, the question of the day right now, guys. The question of the day. Let me lock these bad boys in here. But man, yeah, we can't even get a break on this. Oh, there's a short attempt. Let's go to the second chart. Hey, King of Clutch, if I had 1K right now, what would I do? Well, probably short. That's just me. Almost there. Um, I would really just save it, or I'd put it into a Voyager USDT account, earning 9% annual interest, and then from there, when we hit my price targets as far as our crashing zones, that's when I'm most likely going to be looking to buy and use that $1,000, which may be, you know, 1,000, 5, 10, 20 bucks or something like that. Oh, why? Oh, yeah, that's nasty. Oh, man, we didn't even have a solid bounce. But again, that's why I told you guys if you wanted to buy it, wait for that 15 minute chart to cross over the 20 moving average. Man. All right, well, there's the official breakdown there, guys. Official breakdown. Let's watch it out now. Actually, we're getting bought back up a little bit here. Trying to hold. Trying to hold. We haven't been below this trend line since over a month, and we've already been down it twice in the last couple hours. Every time we break down below it, it gets weaker. But somebody's trying to buy it back up. I mean, that's a good sign at least, but, you know, yowza. They're trying. There's a lot of people that have bought in a lot of crypto over the last few days, so they do not want this to fall down. This might be a last ditch effort to try to get the whales from liquidating. Because you guys, like here, Crypto Rover, I showed this to a friend earlier. On April 29th, this guy bought in, like, a bunch of crypto, 650,000 on Bitcoin. And that was at 12:48, April 29th. So he bought right around here. Or oh, right up here actually. 29, 10, yeah. Somewhere around here. And the price has already gone down, and this guy's probably trading with leverage. So that's the problem right now. There's a lot of people afraid to get liquidated. So that may help us out. But you see, we're back up to green. Somebody just shorted us down. Somebody's about to get squeezed out of this position. Well, that I thought we might just keep on going down. That was pretty interesting to watch. Look at that. Nice little surge. Nice to see. But man, oh man, we're still heading down, unfortunately. Hey, Matthew, we just need one gigantic 10K capitulation candle. Um, I mean, I think we do, but I don't know if that band-aid's going to be ripped off. We don't have as many longs in the market as we did over the past few months, where they might all be liquidated at the same time. I think, I think if Bitcoin has a major crash, like a monster crash, I think it would happen on a Monday through Friday type of thing that follows along with the stock market. If you guys notice that the Bitcoin's been kind of correlated to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 over the past few weeks now, or months, excuse me, and it's been very, very irritating. But that's why we've been kind of paying so much more closer attention to the stock market. but it would be nice to rip off that bandit. I grant you that. I just want to hit the 200 weekly moving average, drop down to like 22,000, 25,000, whatever we end up going down to, so I can just hurry up and buy and get this over with. I wish it would have been like the 2008 crash where it just happened and that was it. The 2008 crash, excuse me, the 2018 crash, no, 2020 crash? Yeah, the 2020 crash, look at this. Within a few days, we just tumbled down. So after the death cross, that was somewhere around here. Yeah, probably around here. We fell down 57% in about 8 days. About a week. Right? Um, I'm hoping for something like that to happen, so like the rip the bandit off, so to speak. But I think it might be more likely something like this, where the last time we broke down, death cross happened way over here, like way over there. Nasty moves, and we kind of like went sideways, then we tanked, and then we kind of went choppy for a little bit before ultimately moving back. As long as we get down to this low price or this low price on this crash, right? I'm more than happy to just kind of buy and wait, but I do want to have a nice reversal sooner rather than later, right? And on the minute chart, we barely managed to hold it, even though we fell down below it this time on the like an hour ago. But having a nice little bounce, not a lot, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Uh, hey, baby fish. Let's see. Hey, Josh Short at 30 Ethereum today. Nice profits. I know a lot of the people, Babyfish, talking about him as well. They making good money shorting Ethereum. Ethereum's been going down a lot harder than everything else. I mean, a lot more than Bitcoin, I guess you'd say. I shorted FTM, and that was a blessing and surprise. Um, but I'm probably gonna maybe I'll short some ApeCoin or something. I was day trading ApeCoin last night and it turned out to some pretty good profits. And I shorted it before going to bed and then boom, I was happy with that move as well. Let's see. Hello, I was you sold ApeCoin yesterday. I didn't own any ApeCoin. I sold my ApeCoin at like $15, and that was mostly just like a power play for you guys. I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna buy ApeCoin at $10.70. I'm gonna sell it either at $10 or I'm gonna sell it at $15. And I was like, it's gonna go to 15 before it goes to $10. And I was like, okay, well, let me show you guys how I trade this, play off of this double bottom that we were trading off of, and that way I could just kind of buy it, leave it alone. And you saw my process as I just left it alone and sold at $15, right? So, but I took those profits off of ApeCoin a while ago. I've only been day trading ApeCoin because ApeCoin's been really good. I shorted ApeCoin yesterday after we broke down below the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart, and another point there for the extension Fibonacci extension level. But I shorted it there because usually when you break down below that one, with Bitcoin looking as bearish as it did, usually we end up coming back down. Even ApeCoin comes back down at those levels. So if you're looking at ApeCoin here, I'll wait for Bitcoin to do its thing. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. See this little spike last night? Was this yesterday? 28th? No. Right here. Yep. So you see how we broke down below the 20? I took a short right there, and I just went to bed. Because as soon as that breakdown is over, and we've already had a nice rally, because it's not going to be as high as the previous rally, right? It's rare that this second one is higher, especially when it's in a few days period of time, or after a big move like that. So I woke up, perfectly fine, and I'm like, okay, well, took some profits off the table. Now we're at the bottom here we could have a double bottom here for ApeCoin. This is a 15-minute chart here, but still, what's the 4 hours say? Oh, breaking down below the 50, yeah. Could still have a bottom here. Bottom, neckline, opportunity to go back up past $30 or so. But right now, ApeCoin's looking pretty nasty. If people are buying right now, they're hoping for a double bottom. That's all I can say. They're hoping for a double bottom. But remember, we had a golden cross right over here. Now we're heading for a death cross in the next 2-3 days if this doesn't fix itself up back up. So ApeCoin needs to start getting back to work right now, because give it a couple more days as well. This is going to drop all the way back down to $15 pretty soon if it doesn't. Well, yeah, most likely it's going to drop down to $15. $16. Let's say $16, maybe $15 after the massive drop though. But the 20-day moving average is coming fast. When we break above it, we have these nicer long candles, longer red candles when we break down below it too. So Oh, there we go. There's the bounce we were talking about, but man, that they got somebody. They got some type of whale to boost it up afterwards. 15-minute chart. There we go. There's the 20. That's going to be our level of resistance for the short term here. There you go. Yeah, nice little rally right there. Look at all that over the last couple minutes. Somebody shorted us down. A whale took advantage of that. Now we're pumping back up. Now we can actually build that wick that we were talking about. That had me worried about that wick even happening. Whoosh. Find some support, the little second chart. Hmm. Hey, random. Shiba's going down. Everything has been going down over the past couple of days, guys. Nothing is really exempt from this. There are a few. I mean, there are a few, but right. But most coins are going to be going down, unfortunately, over the next few days as we kind of test out these levels. Even if we have a short-term bounce for this week and we crash next week, we're not looking so hot here. We're just not looking so hot. But let's see. I mean, we're trying. That's all. That's all Bitcoin can do right now is just try. There are definitely some whales that want to pump us back up past $40,000 though. So, have your price targets if you bought anywhere down there. Have your price targets kind of ready to go, because man, that is going to be so risky over the next few days. But we're buying. You're gonna. Well, let me show you guys here. Crypto over. He said anything new over the last few minutes? There are just a few Bitcoin bulls up on Twitter. I'm happy to be one of them. Oh, so he longed Bitcoin 5 hours ago. What was so he did another long? He doubled down 5 hours ago. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, Jesus, that's not a good time to long, is it? I know you guys just if you look at that, you guys want to long at support levels. You guys don't want to long at just right next to support. You see how we had support right here, here, here. This would have been the zone to long, and you guys had. I mean, you still have time to long. Don't get me wrong. We saw. I normally I'd wait a little bit longer. I told you guys for the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart. But if you guys bought down here and you guys were more aggressive than I would, you had a good 2 hours and 35 minutes to do a long if you guys wanted to play that reversal. There is no reason at all to long right here. There's no reason whatsoever to long right there. Just right here. Just so you guys know, there's no reason. There's no reason whatsoever to long right there. I don't know why people do it, but it irritates me. Bad technicals. Um, but just so you know, closer to support for buying is better. Okay. Now I'm more cautious, and that's my thing here. I normally wait for us to break above the 20. I'm okay with it coming back down, and then from there I like to see it kind of rip up in the future. So the last time we had a big drop, we broke out above the 15 right here. You buy it, it went down, still hold on to it, it rallies, right? Big drop over here, rally. Small drop over here, rally. Didn't do so hot that time though. Big drop or larger drop, see, rallied up, came up a little bit higher. Moved up higher over there, but most of you guys will probably be out of the trade up here after we failed to break out above the 50 moving average here. Big drop by the 15. Boom. See how there's plenty of opportunities there. Plenty of opportunities there. Smaller drop, but still gave you an opportunity. I like to see the bigger drops here. Bigger drop right there. Smaller drop right there, but the big drop right here. Broke out above it right here. And then, rally hally. So if you guys are going bullish, that's my personal plan. But everybody has their own plan here. And you guys can see currently having some trouble getting above that 20 moving average here. But yeah, but guys, definitely a rough day for crypto. Hey Jose, a good price to buy Sheeb. I mean, if you're looking for a short-term bounce, you could buy some right now. It probably put a 2 to 4% stop loss on it. But if you're talking about down the road, probably whatever Sheep's price is. If Sheep goes down like 30 to 50%, that's kind of the buying zone you're going to be looking for. 30 to 40% less than what it is now. And that's where I'd probably start buying. Shiba is kind of, well, it's a newer coin, if you will, so it doesn't have years of history like Bitcoin or a Dogecoin or a Matic or something like that. So it's going to be a little bit more tricky to find those buying opportunities. But I think it'll probably come down pretty drastically, if Bitcoin does crash here. If Bitcoin does crash. Hey, baby fish is going to come right back down. We can still see a little bit more of a bump here, but yeah, overall it's still bearish. So, what do you call it? Definitely bearish. I'm hoping that, well, not now necessarily, but over the next few days for this month, we need to make a wick, and we are. I mean, here, actually, let me see. The more we come up like this, the more we come up bit by bit by bit. When we eventually flip it down and then come back down, everything above this line right here will be a one long wick, and that's what we're hoping for. Um, so we're enjoying that little bit of a boost right now. One of the reasons you would have bought here as well is specifically because we just had a new month, and a new month needs a wick, and usually the wicks happen towards the beginning of the month. But that's something that's kind of like, it's not really a technical thing; it's just kind of a pattern thing. There you go. All right. Is it better to use the 20 moving average or the 20 exponential? It's up to you guys. I use the simple moving averages personally, but I know a lot of people that use exponential moving averages. Every now and again, I look at all four moving averages. Moving averages. So you have the simple moving averages, the exponential moving averages, the double exponential moving averages, and the triple exponential moving averages. They all have their uses. I use the simple one the majority of the time. I like to check out the exponential moving average every once in a while. Rarely do I check the DEMA, and rarely do I check the TEMA as far as using them in my chart. But I check them out every once in a while, nonetheless. Um, I could probably put this in another chart here. Hold on. Tutorials for channel. I think it's that one. So here's the SMA. We're still below the 20. Here's the exponential. The 50 is coming down a little bit harder now. So we have an opportunity. Our next opportunity for a big bounce is going to come Monday or Tuesday. We have an opportunity for a big rally here. Bounce, not really a big one, but a bounce nonetheless. Okay, so again, that's why you're seeing so many people buy right now at support because they think we're going to have a rally. I agree that we're going to have some type of strong move upwards, but I don't know how big that's going to be. Okay? Um, Here's the DEMA. You see how the moving averages are so much closer, even closer, right? Closer, closer. And right here's the TEMA. We're even closer. Remember what I told you guys yesterday about the TEMA? When we're all clustered up like this, we tend to see some larger moves coming up. So like we had a nice little cluster right here, big move, a little bit of a cluster right here, big move, a little bit of a cluster right here, big move. Well, not a move. I won't call it big move, but a move down, right? Cluster over here, big move. Uh, Cluster over here, following a big move. A little bit of a cluster right there. Follow, I guess a move. I won't call it big move here, but then we got cluster. Yeah, so forth here. Uh, oh, sorry, my dog scared me. Cluster right here, big move happened. Cluster right here, big move happened. Cluster right here, big move happened, but it'll take a while. And a cluster right here, big move happened. Cluster right here, a move happened. So it usually symbolizes some type of volatility incoming, and we haven't really seen that crazy volatility coming just yet here, right? So one way or the other, get ready for a move. Let's go to the weekly charts very fast. Oh, was that the? Yeah, here's the daily charts. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Weekly charts. Where's the TEMA? Oh, it's not even showing on here. NA. Huh, maybe it doesn't like it. We're breaking down below the 20-day moving average, though. Not a big deal here, but that's what's happening. Going over here to the DEMA. Oh, this is all 4 hours again. Gosh darn it. It doesn't matter. On the DEMA, we're still getting rejected by the 20. Even on the DEMA here, not looking too good there. Ouch, yeah. Exponential moving averages define weekly exponential moving averages. Just had the death cross here. Just had the death cross for the exponential last week. Anything else here though? No, fine. It's the 200. 200's over here at 26,000. That's not too bad. We should start to see the regular 200 SMA start to move up a little bit more aggressively here as well. That means we might not be coming down as far as $20,000 on this potential crash here. Maybe we'll come down only down to the 200 if it's all the way up here, like 25,000 or something. Yeah, it's getting more aggressive, bit by bit. Every single week it climbs up a little bit more. So, for example, okay, that's fine. Last week it went up like 0.73%, about 125 bucks. From the last week it went up 166 bucks, 330. Oh, so it's rising at a pace of about 170 bucks a week, about. And I think that'll get better and better as we get more of this in here and less of this, right? So how many weeks has this been? Last 200 bars. Yeah. Last 200 bars, the average of them. It should be coming up a little bit more here. It'll actually stagnate for a little bit, though. Huh. Yeah. All right. That's fine. Do you get above the 15? Ah, we tried to. Couldn't get it above it, though. Oh, see, above the 20, excuse me. Hmm. Ooh. Hey, Georgette, welcome back. And hey, go, son just got home knocking on the 258 doors for his campaign. It's 8:54. He left at 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, that is a long day of campaigning. I could never be a politician. I feel like I'm not good enough person to do it. I feel like there'd be too much easy money for me to be tempted and swayed by it. Anybody that wants to be a politician these days, I applaud them because there really is some hard work that needs to be done. But man, I don't know how they. I don't know how any congressperson does it. What's right here? Yeah, no worries, Tony. Better to use the 20 moving average. Yeah, but yeah, it's up to you as far as the moving averages, but it doesn't hurt to look at both. That's why you saw that I have just a separate charting page right there. It's for on TradingView. It's called a chart layout. I have a separate chart layout that just has the different moving averages, so I can take a quick peek at them. But most of the time, when I'm day trading, swing trading, I tend to be using the simple. Sometimes it hurts me, sometimes it doesn't, but the majority of the times it doesn't. Like I think ApeCoin or something here the other day. 15-minute chart. You notice how I told you guys I took a short right here on it. But if I maybe took this into maybe let's go for moving average, double, and triple. Okay. EMA, let's go to 20. Let's go to the 15. Style, longer line. Let's make it be white. You can see the white one somewhere still around the same time, so it wouldn't have made such a huge difference here. So that one wouldn't have done much there. The DEMA here, let's keep it white. 15, 20. This one might have worked a little bit here as soon as we broke down below the DEMA, the 20, right there. That might have done something. But you also see how many times we broke down below it here, we broke down below it here. So it would have given me a bunch of fake outs before that happened, if that makes sense. So kind of good in hindsight, but if you look at it, there would have been some bad. It would have given you some bad signals in the past. Um, and then over here, get rid of that one. 15, 20, and let's go to white again. This one was a bunch of nothing. The team is so glued to the candles where you wouldn't have really had a good signal to look at it, right? Not really a good signal at all. But you can see how each one of those different moving averages might have helped you in a different way. And here on the 15, we're still having issues getting above the 20. We can get above it. That's not going to be a problem down the road here. But for now, we're having some issues with it. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, though, frankly. But we just had a massive surge because somebody tried to short us back down. Somebody's saying, you don't get short us down right now. We're going to try to move up a little bit more. Hey, random, buy a Tesla? I don't feel the need to really buy a Tesla. I'm moving to Nicaragua next year or Belize. I think I'm Nicaragua now. Um, but I don't know what type of car I'm going to buy. I don't even think I'm going to have a nice car in Nicaragua. I think I'm just going to buy like a 2015 SUV, 2000 maybe 20 SUV. It'll be a nicer SUV, but it's not going to be like luxurious. Um, and I think that's just going to be the mode of transportation I take. I don't know how it would be to drive a Tesla in Nicaragua. I have no idea how that would actually be, guys. Um, hey, Dirk, what coins will I be accumulating? Um, if we crash, I'll be having a sizable portion of my portfolio going over to Robinhood, Bitcoin, Ethereum, stuff like Matic, XRP a little bit, Luna, Ethereum Classic, stuff like that. And then I'll be putting a lot of money into these lower market cap coins. These coins are going to be coins like I'm going to buy some more BGB. BGB's been holding up fantastic throughout all this. If you guys want to buy BGB, I have a link down below for BitGet. It's the only place you can buy it right now. STMX is going to be good. Doge Elon's going to be good. Um, Maybe some UFO gaming, a lot of metaverse coins. But the main thing is they have to have some type of social media following. They have to have a low market cap under $500 million. And then from there, I want to see them on at least one exchange. I don't want to be buying them off of Swapper, a place where you can swap them like a Uniswap or anything like that. I want to be able to buy them on an exchange. If I can do that, fine. If not, it'll be rough. Here's BitGet. I got a spot trading right here. You can see they have a whole bunch of, a whole bunch of things right here, a whole bunch of coins right here, a bunch of them, absolutely a bunch of them here. The BGB token that I was just talking about, we bought this back here in September, and we bought a few more times after the breakouts, but it's been holding up pretty well relative to Bitcoin, right? This is Bitcoin last September. This is Bitcoin all-time highs. November came down afterwards pretty hard. But now, it's just been going just fine, and I'm happy to keep on buying this at the moment. But there are coins down here like let me find one that might be an example for us. Like this SMG. This SMG one is not good at all, but I probably will do some type of YOLO play into it. So this would be a YOLO play in particular, but I can buy this for so cheap, right? I can buy this extremely cheap. So if I go over here to CoinMarketCap, type in SMG, you're going to see it's a very low market cap coin. The market cap is $2 million. That is it. That's it. So I might only have to pop in $20 or $25 to make a good profit on this one if it does eventually go parabolic way down the road. And by that I mean, if I buy this at $25, let's say $20, okay, and this just goes up to 100 million market cap down the road, definitely down the road, of course. High risk play, not likely to achieve anything, but if it does, that $20, what, 2 times 50 or something like that, right? 50x that $20 just like that. And if it goes higher, then I make more money. But these small market cap plays are what I'm going to be putting my money into. Not this one in particular, not a lot of it, just kind of a few bucks here. But on stuff like STMX and things like that, those are going to be the things I'm looking for most of all. Low market cap, good stuff. You're going to find those coins specifically on pages 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 on coinmarketcap.com. They're not going to be as prevalent now because if you go to coinmarketcap.com, and let me zoom out one time here, and we go all the way down to the bottom, and we go over to page like 4 or 5. Well, let's go to page 5 now. Now under page 5, now all of these are under $100 million market cap. A few weeks ago, they were all above $100 million market cap. That's how much everything's fallen. Uh, in the last 7 days, down 8%, 20%, 4, 12, 18, 18, 20, 18, 38, 16, 33, 27, unch, 17, 15, up 8, down 15. A lot of stuff is down quite a bit. These market caps are taking a beating. And a lot of the stuff I see right here are going to be opportunities to buy it down the road. A lot of them. In particular, I'm going to be looking for coins that are under a penny. Now, I will probably buy coins that are under $1 too, but I'm going to be the most bullish on those coins that are under under a penny. And the reason for that is every time we start a new cycle, there are a whole bunch of new and inexperienced traders that hop into the market, and all they see is a cheap price, not what the market cap is. Right, that's one of the reasons Dogecoin was able to go so parabolic, because as people were looking on their iPhones or their phones and looking at the Robinhood app or the Webull app or any type of exchange, they saw that Dogecoin only cost about a few cents or a few pennies or whatever, or at one point only 74, 75 cents, right? So when they see that, they're like, oh my God, I can buy a whole bunch of this, and if it gets to $1, I can make so much money, right? You can have a clear price target. For SHIB, same instance, they wanted to see it just hit a penny. Dogecoin was $1, SHIB was a penny. That's what you're hoping for, because when people enter the market, they have no idea what they're doing. They don't keep track of the market cap, and the market cap is the market cap is going to be more useful than the price, right? And so when you look at these coins and you see how cheap they are, they're all going to be good. A lot of them are going to be very good buying opportunities down the road. Absolutely good buying opportunities. A lot of these coins. But it's really going to come to the point. I don't know how to explain this properly. You're going to have to take in the, not innocence, but the It sounds mean, but I don't know what the word is. Yeah, you're going to have to be able to understand that a lot of the new traders that hop into the market, they're going to be pretty dumb, and they're not going to be looking at market cap. They're going to be looking at the price of the coin. And so when we have another big boom down the road, they're going to be looking for coins where they can have a bunch of tokens. So, when I bought my Dogecoin at 0.0024, I believed that people would think that Dogecoin could reach $1 one day. And if they believed Dogecoin could reach $1 one day, then, let's say this. I bought 50,000, or what about 180,000 Dogecoins? 180,000 Dogecoins, okay? So if I bought 180,000 Dogecoins at this very cheap market price, because it was very, very cheap at the time, well, if it reaches $1, that's $180,000 right there. Ooh, right? And so you're going to see a lot of people buying with that same type of mentality, but not doing any technicals, any research, anything. And that's why I'm buying those coins specifically that are staying under a penny, right? And if you look at this, I'll go up here to, this is page 5 here of coinmarketcap.com. So on this page, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 under a penny. Okay, so that means 7 coins that I would be looking to do a deep dive in here and see if there's actually anything worth it at the moment to be buying them. All right, and then of course we can go under $1 if you guys wanted to do that. There are plenty here under $1. That really does open it up to how much money you're going to be spending here. But you can see they all did the right thing. They all said, "Hey, let me buy in under a penny or so." The really big people that made money off of these, let me buy it under a penny, and then from there we can kind of ride it on, or a few cents or so, right? So if we go over here to, I don't know, let's just go to one of these random coins. Does anything have a good name? Alpaca Finance. All. Oh, this coin just came down, I guess. When does it open up? 2021. This is going to be a bad example. I was hoping for something a little bit better here. I want something that's gone up, not just down. That one's just gone down. That's why I do the quick checks, though. Covalent, maybe this one? Jesus, not everything is getting hit so hard. Oh, man. All. Okay. Um, People were able to buy it back over here at 38 cents or so, and they were able to reach their target of $1. Then it got all the way up here as high as like $1.85 or something like that. You want to be able to buy it cheap so people can really rally it back up here. This coin though is not it. This is not a good coin. But you have to go through that process. right? And you see all the way down here. Wait a second. Gotta reset this. There we go. Then we finally reach a dollar at like halfway point or so. But that's why I'm just making my life a little bit easier and just buying coins that are under a penny. I'll be buying other ones, of course, but yeah, I'm gonna be buying other ones, but these ones need to come down more. If a coin is at a dollar, that means it can come down a lot more, and people will really freak out because once a coin hits a dollar, every dollar it drops or every penny it drops is a percent. Um, hmm. And then here a few. You see this Tornado Cash? That one's up a few percent today or this week. Not bad. Yeah, but I'm looking for those really small market cap coins that also have small. The coins are worth a little bit of money, so that helps me out a lot. So let's go back down here as well. That was page 5. If you go over here to page 1, then 2 here. So maybe I might be looking at coins again. Doji on Mars. I am actually buying that quite a bit of it up, and you see over the last 7 days it's down 13%. Long term holding this bad boy, and I'm just accumulating some. Now, of course, not a lot, but I'm still accumulating it, even though it's going down. APEN NFT. I'm not really a fan of NFTs, but maybe I'll buy some here. Yeah, maybe. When cheap. Again, I have to go through social media and do all that to make sure there's a utility here that can be used. But yeah, maybe I can buy some Win, some Dent, maybe. Revane. What's Revane? I don't know. I'm buying Spell Token right now. Spell Token's very, very cheap. This is so cheap. This is going to be a YOLO play for me because if you look right here above my head, and year to date, it's down 87%. Year to date, it's down 87%. So let me go back over here. Spell on Binance, day to day. It opened up on Binance December 25th, December 24th, excuse me. Yowza, right? But if we could just get back up here down the road, and if let's say I bought some today and it just got back up to here, that's a 115% gain. If we go back over here down the road, that's like an 800% gain, right? And because it's so cheap and the market cap is so low, market cap being $267 million market cap, there's still a lot of money packed in here. There's still a lot of people still holding, and they're going to be banking on something big happening down the road. But I know this thing may be able to fall down even more, and I think it's actually on Bitget too. Maintenance. There it is. Right, same type of chart here. Oh, this was on Bitget well before Binance. That's interesting to see. But yeah, so I have $16 worth of spell right now. Not entirely sure how, but I have some. Well, I think I bought some a while ago actually. But yeah, so I could buy some, and if I wanted to spend $20 on it or so, that would get me. I don't know how much spell. Buy spell. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to push. I don't want to actually buy it. Uh, oh, that's from spell. Oh, okay. Sorry. If I spend about $26 on it, I'd be able to buy like 8,600 spell, right? And if that spell that's at this point 0.003 ever hit a dollar, that'd be parabolic returns for me in somewhat similar fashion of Dogecoin, if you will, right? And that's the main point. But right now, imagine if you bought, uh, you spent $20. I don't like having large amounts of money because it doesn't work. Let's just say I spent $30 for 8,600. If this reaches a dollar in the future, which it possibly could, this is down the road, right? Well, let's just say 50 cents. 50 cents. That $20 investment, or that $30, the $30 investment, will make me turn into about little over $4,000 if it just goes up to 50 cents one day, right? And that's the kind of thought process you guys are going to be going over here as you guys look for coins. But you guys can't be afraid to toss in $20 into this coin, $20 into this coin. Um, that's going to be the mentality you guys have to have. But again, you're not just going to be buying this willy nilly. You're going to spend probably 10 minutes to a half an hour, even to an hour, if you really feel that comfortable. That if you want to spend that much time on it, going over here, go to spell token, like, okay, let me see their website, let me see their white paper, let me see what the utility is. You want to be able to use it. You want the coin to have utility. You need the coin to have utility. Otherwise, it'll probably get destroyed in this next. If we have a crash, it'll get destroyed. Okay. But you can see they have a Twitter account over here, 124,000 followers. You have a little wizard right there, wizard, right? A Vedic Diva, that type of thing. The proposal whitelist Magic CRV to the Curve Finance DAO is up for discussion. So, they're active every single day on social media, posting a lot. They still have some good stuff here. So the price is down, but they are still working hard on the project, and that is something you really want to see. So, for me, I could just go over here and I don't know how much spell. Like, here, let me just go to 9,000 spell. $27.42. So I can hit buy spell. Oh, I guess I didn't buy it. I didn't spend enough money on it, or I didn't put the limit order at the right price. Here, hold on. 9,000 spell at a price of, what's the buying price? 30, 40, 30, 49, 2, 9, 2, 9,000. And there you go. I just took a little chunk out of it. Okay. So now I own about 30 bucks or so of spell. Not a lot, but if this ever goes into something, that'll be fine, right? Now, don't just do that little bit of technical analysis on it. I just tossed in 30 bucks. It's fine. My portfolio is pretty large. I'm about to add more money to this account. Actually, I need to. I've been buying up some on these dips here. But, you want to do these little baby things, if you will. You want to do these little step-by-step things of checking out the coin, making sure it has utility, understanding that new traders tend to be very stupid in crypto markets because they all think they can make money really fast. We've all been through this cycle. Don't feel bad if it was you this last cycle. We all feel it. And then from there, you're going to plan out some selling spots, but that's something for down the road. You got to buy it first, bit by bit, though, bit by bit. Back to the minute chart over here. Nice little bounce. Did we get above the 15? We did. Excuse me, the 20. We got above it right here. Might be looking at one more dip, but right now we're looking pretty strong right there. Second chart will probably do fine for now. Hey, Dr. B, BGB is running. Yeah, it ran up a little bit to 1764 or so. I know it's not going to look as nice here. Might be trying to have a little bit more of a reversal here. If it could break out, that'd be nice to see. Or at least run into the 20-day moving average right there. That might be what it's trying to do here. But this is definitely a good longer term hold. Let me move some of this stuff off my screen. I'll get rid of that one. I can put that one over here. We don't need that one. We don't need this one. And we don't need that one right there. Here. Fine there. Okay. There. But it is nice to see a lot of this stuff running right now. I think it's just running a little bit because Bitcoin's having a nice little bit of a small move here. See. Hey, Big Rep. As far as track is concerned, I don't know much about it. Circulation looks maxed out too. If the circulation is maxed out and it has a low market cap, it would definitely be worth, again, this is just my opinion, but it might be worth tossing in some money in there. If you have a good idea of the project and you understand what the utility is, if you think the utility is valuable, then you could definitely put in more than just a few bucks into it. You just want to make sure you do that deep dive before you put in $100 to $200 into it. But I think for most of these coins, guys, if you guys want to get like the life changing money for a small YOLO coin or a small market cap coin, with under a penny, of course, you guys are going to have to be able to put anywhere between $100 to $200 per coin, which means holding them for a long time, which means you're going to have to like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, which means maybe you guys can just put $5 a week into the coin, even starting now, right? But do it bit by bit, or you can just buy it on a major crash if we do head down to that 200 weekly moving average. Hey, Dr. V. Starl? Yeah, I am going to buy a little bit of Starl. Isn't that what no, that was Spot I just bought. Yeah, I will be buying a little Starl. Same thing. It's on BitGet as well. So yeah, I will be buying some of that. Haven't bought any yet. I think I actually own a handful of it. Handful of it, not a lot. Like $10 worth. Not much. Hey, Crypto Hash. Did I get rugged on time? No. Hey, Georgia. I do not know if Sheep has utility. I keep on hearing it as a Doge killer, so I'm not entirely sure. But I do not know what Sheep's utility here is. Only thing we bought for Sheep. I only traded Sheep like maybe 2 or 3 times the whole year. Sheep for me was I don't know if I can even find it. Daily chart for Sheep. Remember, we were only trading Sheep because it was stuck in this channel here, right about there, and right about here. And so my thought process here, because Bitcoin was booming back here, right? This was the July low, everything boomed. I was like, hey, why don't we just start buying some Shiba right now? Because it did have a nice pop off in the beginning. If we have another run later on this year, then boom, it'll have a pop up. So we bought it over here, but we waited for a long time before Shiba did anything. And then when it finally did pop, I sold mine. Oh geez, yeah, this was something else. Yeah, right there, right at the breakdown. So that's what I sold my Shiba at, and then I bought some on a oh wow, some type of small reversal over here. But for the most part, that's it right there. That huge aggressive move, that's what I was trading right there. That's it. And then I sold, and I really haven't been trading much of it since. Already breaking down below that level two. Oosh. Are there any Fibonacci levels that even work out with Sheep? Let's see, how's it working? Just broke down below that. Sheep may come all the way down here to 1517 over the next few weeks. That'd be a drop of about 26% value on that one. Ah. Hey, Mr. Paradigm. How can Bitcoin go this weekend? We could have a short-term bounce here leading into Monday, and then after Monday, things might get a little bit more tricky for us. But it's the end of the week here. We've officially closed down below the 20-month moving average, which is an extremely bearish signal right here now. Because every single time we close down below Bitcoin's 20-month moving average, excuse me, we usually fall an additional 50% in price or thereabouts, right? So because of that, everybody's kind of a little bit more on edge. You're going to see shorts filling up more bullish as well as this death cross here. Let me see if I can find it. So, no, that's not the right one. Back over here, Coinbase. Coinbase, okay. Here we go. Go to this. Uh, so now we have some history on what's happening every single month. So Bitcoin officially broke down below the 20-month moving average here. Officially broke down. The last time we broke down, it was a crash of about 54%, but it only lasted about a month. So not too bad, right? The time we broke down from here, that took us down about 52%. The time we broke down here from by the to where we found support again, that took us down about 59% from where that happened. So if we fall like another 50% or so, I don't think it's going to be more likely to be 50 just because there's so much more money kind of sloshing around in what is the cryptocurrency markets now. Um, maybe from here, from the time we break down another 50%, that would drop us all the way down to $20,000. I don't know about that, right? 20,000 seems pretty extreme even for me. But if we just drop like another 35% or so, Maybe. Well, actually, hold on. Because if I go actually off of this, where we actually broke down below it, that was only like 44%. From where we broke down below it right here, this was about 50%. Okay, so yeah. So maybe this one over here might be more relevant to us these days, 44% or so. So if we drop anywhere close to that 44%, right around here, that may take us back down to $23,000, $24,000. Maybe that's where we'll kind of find some good level of support. But this is just a really bad sign right here, unless for whatever reason Bitcoin can just have a monster of a month and all the technicals just gets kind of swept out because everybody's buying Bitcoin up. That could change the equation, but I wouldn't hope on whales to save us in this situation because we are in such a bearish spot. I'd be thinking the whales are just going to be like, well, why don't we short this all down together and make a bunch of money off of it? Because pretty soon you'll probably see whales try to long this. They're all going to get liquidated really fast, like very very fast in a really short period of time. Hey, Alan, I'm happy to see you back. Has Elon tweeted? I don't know why Elon would tweet about crypto. I mean, right now I don't think there's any major main reason for him to do so. Um, I can check his tweet though very fast. Crypto over. Well, let me see. Did he say anything else new? No. He longed Bitcoin. Oh yeah, he's already down a lot though. Sell pressure will run out eventually, and once it does, Bitcoin moves fast. That it does, but you got to buy at the right time, not the way you did. Um, let's see how I feeling about Bitcoin right now. Still bullish. Yeah, we had the shorts here a few minutes ago, a few hours ago. Excuse me. 500 million XRP unlocked from escrow at Ripple escrow wallet. Oh my gosh, the heck! Solar eclipse, new moon. There are so many freaking news signals. I mean, every single day. Oh man. Okay, but there we go. Oh, but yeah, what I was looking for? Elon tweet. Sorry, ADHD got me good. Uh, Elon. Nope. He tweeted yesterday. The far left hates everyone, themselves included. I'm no fan of the right either, but let's have less hate, more love. That's true. Oh hi. Oh yeah. So, dude, he's been tweeting like crazy. Example of Twitter's left wing bias. Oh, the cycle of doom or something. Oh yeah. I love the SpaceX videos he has. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm about to head off now. It's still my day off, but you guys get an idea of what's going on. We look to be safe over the next couple days or so, and then after that, it's kind of anybody's guess if we have a somewhat more of an extended kind of reversal, or if we go on a full-on blown crash leading into week 2, 3, and 4 of May. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're still very bearish, but you may see a short-term reversal over the next 2 days or so, and or maybe even 3, 4 days. But you're going to see a lot of Twitter people kind of going crazy about this. YouTube people like, oh my God, here comes the rally. I mean, buy if you want to. If you want to buy right now, technically still a good level to buy it because of support. If you guys do think we're going to hold this level, but make sure that you guys just don't listen to me. Go check out some other YouTubers out there. We all have our different technical analysis. Just make sure that you guys look for technical analysis YouTubers and not the entertaining types. If at the end of the video you don't know if they think we're going up or down, you didn't really learn much from them if you ask me, right? So unless you're just there to be entertained, which is something completely different, right? So have a good day, everybody. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys Monday evening at 6 p.m. Okay, thanks. And Jay Perez, if you want to sell Bitcoin now to buy it more later on, you definitely can do that. Mine is still a solid lock for like a 5-7 year hold, but that's me. I have enough money into it. I'm not going to be putting any more money into it. I'm just letting it sit. If it's uncomfortable for you to watch the price go down, you can always add a stop loss to it. So if the stop loss hits, you take that money, you can always reinvest into something else. It definitely is a pain to hold something that's going down. I understand that. So whatever you want to do there, feel free to do it. Just make sure you have a plan for it, okay? Just make sure you have a plan. And if you feel like the plan's not working, you can always adjust that plan going forward. Thanks, everybody.